And one thing that I thought was really neat was we took a tour of Wasserstrom, which is a long-term restaurant supply company that is here in Columbus. And we got to see one of their machines, and one of the students came up to me after watching what it did, and she's like, wow, I wonder how complex the code is for that. And so I asked the operator, I was like, would it be possible for us to look at the code? And he's like, sure. He's like, I don't understand it at all, but I'm happy to show it to you. And so we came up and looked at it, and she was going through the lines and was like, hey, this makes a lot of sense to me. And so it was really exciting to see her kind of light up, like, hey, I could actually do this. I could come out and write the code for these machines.
My name is Jenny Mead. I am the CTE Director for Columbus City Schools. We are at Columbus Downtown High School in the Smart Automation Lab. So the value of industry credentials is kind of twofold for us. One is it does meet a graduation requirement. So helping students demonstrate competency, that they're ready for workforce or college post-secondary opportunities. The other thing is when students are applying for jobs, their confidence. If they know that they can list a credential onto their resume, onto the job application, and then we also work with HR of different Central Ohio manufacturers to give us feedback on, is that impressive on a resume? How can they incorporate some of those technical skills earned from that credential? So not just having the credential, but understanding that connection to workforce not only gets them an interview, but gets them the job ultimately.
So this course is all about SACA certifications. This is a brand new course this year, and it is something we call an ICO, which stands for Industry Credential Only. All sorts of different things are happening throughout Ohio and in Central Ohio, and it's really exciting because SACA, since it starts off very broadly, it allows students to kind of get a feel for all the different things that might happen at some of these companies. And that way they might not feel like they're so pigeonholed where it's like, well, I have to find a job where I operate, a CNC, because they learn so much through SACA.
So we're always looking to meet the needs of the Columbus region, opportunities for our workforce. So manufacturing is clearly a large initiative in workforce for all of Ohio, and specifically in Central Ohio. So in expanding our programs, we looked at grant funding that would be able to help us purchase the equipment to support manufacturing. So we were able to receive grant funds that allowed us to purchase SACA equipment and to begin training teachers on how to credential students in Associate 1 through 4.
SACA will really help me on the workforce, and I really enjoy it because it shows how sometimes simple things can impact or make it easier a task. That really changed my perspective of my career. Now I wanted to make cars by making the machines to do different parts of the car. So that changed a lot because at first I didn't even know about I can even do that.
I think the biggest thing that I liked is that it's from industry. So there is a group of industry partners that help develop that curriculum. Sometimes in K-12 education, we have curriculum specialists that specialize in K-12 education, not necessarily industry education, and so that was what was really attractive to us. Career Tech education is vital in preparing students for life after high school, not just for workforce, but even for post-secondary opportunities. So I've been an administrator. I've watched us work really hard to get kids to graduation, but sometimes when that kid crosses the stage, you think, what are they going to do next week? What are they going to do 30 days from now? When students are in Career Tech programs that are in 2 up to 4 classes, their exit across that stage, they're announcing where they've signed, where they're going to college, how do some of those credentials give them college credit if they're going to a post-secondary opportunity. Having a signing day, kids celebrating that they're now in a pre-apprenticeship with a different organization. So we're seeing that prior to graduation so that when they cross that stage, we know that they didn't just graduate, they're moving on to their next chapter.